With intermittent lockdowns happening as a result of COVID-19, training at home is becoming more frequent for all of us. Training at home can sometimes feel harder, or maybe you even think that it's pointless because you don't have access to all of the equipment and the environment that you have in the gym. But just because you can't train at the gym doesn't mean that training or progress has to stop. There are ways to make training at home easier so that you can continue to make progress even if you're not in the gym. The first thing to do when training at home is to set up your space. Having a specific area that you go to train at home will help you get into a better mindset. Training at home feels harder than training at the gym because when you walk into the gym, your brain switches from either at home mode or work mode into training mode. Whereas when you're at home, it's much harder to switch into training mode because you're trying to train in a space where your brain will normally be relaxing. Setting up a space with a mat and whatever equipment you will regularly be using will help you switch into training mode much easier. It's also helpful if you can leave these out and easily accessible so that you're not having to get them out each time and that area can really become your training zone. Secondly, stick to your schedule. If you normally train at a certain time on certain days, stick to that routine. It's much easier to continue a habit than try to start a new one. If you would normally have a group session or a one-on-one that you would regularly book in for, continue booking in for those sessions and showing up. For example, for our GoFit sessions, we run them on Zoom and we still get our crew to register for the sessions and pre-book so that they continue that habit just as they would if they were in the gym. By sticking to your regular schedule, you're also making it easy for yourself when gyms open back up, because then you just slip back into training at the gym instead of training at home, instead of trying to readjust to an entirely new schedule again. Thirdly, be prepared. Set out your training clothes the night before, have your water bottle already filled, and know what you're going to do before you start. If you have a regular program, stick with it. Your coach should be able to make tweaks to it so that you're able to do it at home with body weight or the minimal equipment that you have access to. And if you're not currently following a program, it might be a good time to jump on one just so you have something already done for you and you're not having to think of what you're going to do each day. Having a plan and being prepared will help to reduce the barriers of entry and make it more likely that you'll follow through on your scheduled session. Training at home doesn't spell disaster for your training goals. With a little bit of prep work, you can keep training and keep making progress.